Morning guys, myself Sandeep Kumar Reddy from Ingenious Competitive Training Academy. Today we will be discussing about Aurangzeb, who is the son of Shah Jahan. So he was ruled between 1658 to 1707. As you can see, Shah Jahan has got four sons. Among those four sons, Dara Shikoh, Aurangzeb, Shah Jahan and Murad. These were the four sons, and Aurangzeb was succeeded among themselves. Were in the state of war for the throne. The war of succession took place in the later stage of the Shah Jahan's reign. Shah Jahan's daughters Jana Ara supported Dara Shikoh, Roshan Ara supported Aurangzeb, and Guhara supported Murad. So all these kings were supported by respective sisters. Aurangzeb was coronated twice. He was the only Mughal king to be coronated twice. We should remember that coronation means wearing of the throne by their father. So Aurangzeb ruled for 23 years between 1658 and 81. So Aurangzeb concentrated on north during the period of Marathas, and as Shivaji rose to power and were a force to reckon with. He had a great focus on north, but there is a Maratha empire which is rising in Maharashtra, which was a clash against Aurangzeb. I request you guys to check playlist and share it to your friends, because there are near about 800 plus question papers for the various competitive examinations have been given. You can directly prepare for them. Next, we have the highest number of Hindu Mansabdars were there during the time of Aurangzeb. So you have to remember that Mansabdari system, we knew that, and Mansabdars were maximum during the time of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb captured the Guru Tej Bahadur, who is the ninth Guru of Sikh, in 1675 and executed him when he refused to embrace Islam. It is very important that during the time of Aurangzeb, he was very Islamic nature. So he wants everyone to get adapted, and that is refused by Guru Tej Bahadur, along with three companions were brutally tortured and killed in a barbaric manner. So as you can see to the right house, exactly Bhai Mati Das and Bhai Sati Das sacrificed themselves without any adopting Islam. So these are the few things which are to be remembered. So Guru Tej Bahadur was murdered by Aurangzeb. And next we have the 10th and last Sikh Guru, who is the son of Guru Tej Bahadur, that is Guru Gobind Singh, is the last Sikh Guru. He organized his followers into a militant force called Khalsa. So the Khalsa was prepared by Guru Gobind Singh to avenge the murder of his father, and Guru Gobind Singh was, however, murdered in 1708 by an Afghan in Deccan. Banda Bahadur, the militant successor of Guru Gobind Singh, continued the war against Mughals. This is one thing you have to remember, that Guru Gobind Singh, the last Sikh Guru, was murdered in 1708 by an Afghan. Though he was murdered, whoever the successor militant, Guru Gobind Singh's successor militant, that is Banda Bahadur, started against wars against Mughals. Aurangzeb was also known as Zinda Fair, that is living saint, and Alamgir. So these are the two names of Aurangzeb. And Muhatabis were appointed for the regulation of moral conduct of the subjects. So he had appointed Muhatabis. So you should remember that Muhatabis were appointed by Aurangzeb. He forbade singing in the court but allowed musical instruments. He himself played veena, who is expertise in it. So we should remember that he was not allowed to sing in a court, but he had permitted to play the musical instruments. He was a good expert in veena. Alamgir Nama, which was written by Kafi Khan. This Kafi Khan had written this Alamgir Nama in a secret manner. He ended the Joraka system, which was started by Akbar. We should remember that, as you can see, the Akbar used to come here and solve the problems during the time of Joraka system. He was adapted this type of Joraka Darshan, where he started resolving the problems of the people. The construction of new temples were banned and ordered to renovate the old one only. He was not encouraged to construct the new temples, but he was ordered to renovate the old temples. He destroyed the Vishwanath temple at Kashi and Keshav Rai temple of Bir Singh Bandela at Mathura. So there were various situations and incidents were happened to destroy over the various temples during the time of Aurangzeb. Vishnath temple at Kashi was an example, and Keshavaraya temple of Bir Singh Bandela was another example. And Moti Masjid was built for personal prayers in Red Fort. You have to remember that the Moti Masjid, whatever built, that is for the personal use to pray. The jizya tax had reimposed in 1679, and the Shivaji was the most powerful Maratha king and an arch enemy of Aurangzeb. So during his time, the Maratha king, that is Shivaji, was the greater enemy. Upon the assurance given by Jai Singh, Shivaji visited Aurangzeb's court. So, with the help of Jai Singh, Shivaji was visited Aurangzeb's court, and Shivaji was imprisoned during that time by the Aurangzeb. He had cheated Shivaji as well as Jai Singh. He was prisoned, and the Shivaji was managed to escape in 1674, proclaimed himself as an independent monarch. But irrespective of any circumstances, the Shivaji was managed to escape from the prison of Aurangzeb in 1674 and proclaimed himself an independent monarch and ruled over Maratha. As you can see, the Mughal presence in the Red Fort ceased with the fall of Bahadur Shah Zafar, the last Mughal emperor. We have to remember that the last Mughal emperor, as you can see, Bahadur Shah Zafar was the last Mughal emperor. The famous Kohinoor diamond was produced from Golconda mines, which is in Telangana. As you can see how exactly the Kohinoor diamond has taken place from India to, it has gone up to England's Queen Elizabeth's crown. Takat-e-Taus, that is peacock throne, was kept in the Mughal building. The Diwan-e-Am at the Red Fort at Delhi. As you can see how exactly the peacock throne, you can go through my slides, you will be found the same answer of peacock throne. Fatwa-e-Alamgiri book of law was written by Aurangzeb in Arabic language. Please remember that it's a book of law which was written by Aurangzeb in Arabic language, that is Fatwa-e-Alamgiri. Shivaji died in 1680 and was succeeded by his son Shambhaji, who was executed by Aurangzeb in 1689. So please remember this. This is one of the important thing. He died in 1680 and was succeeded by his son Shambhaji, who was executed by Aurangzeb in 1689. The jizya tax had reimposed in 1679. The son was fought against Aurangzeb, that is second Akbar. So you have to remember that the second Akbar succeeded Aurangzeb. There is a Bibi Ka Muqbara, which is also known as Mini Taj Mahal, was constructed by Aurangzeb in Aurangabad, which is located in Maharashtra. Please remember, this is known as second Taj Mahal. As you can see, this is the Bibi Ka Muqbara or Mini Taj Mahal. Tomb of Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb died in 1707 in Ahmednagar, and the tomb of Aurangzeb constructed at Daulatabad, which is in Khuldabad in Maharashtra. As you can see how exactly the tomb looks like. So this is located in Khuldabad of Maharashtra. I hope this will help you a lot in preparing your examinations. You can call me on mobile number 7667302252, or you can message me by WhatsApp if you want 2100 PDF of GK and GS questions, which will be very helpful for you for your examinations. Thank you. Have a good day. Have a great life. I request you guys to share it to your friends.